Alright. Hey everyone. Um, so not today, but yesterday was my 2 weeks anniversary on testosterone. Yay! Yesterday was the 8th of November, 2018, and it was the day of also my second injection. So I had some time because the class was canceled. Um, and I went to the student health center on my campus, and I walked in and I said, I need to see a nurse for injection training. And the lady at the desk remembered me and said, go ahead, go sit down. And then a few minutes later, the nurse came out and got me, and we went into one of the exam rooms. I had my stuff with me, my needles and my hormone. This time it would be me injecting myself. So I laid everything out on the table, and she goes, just walk me through it, just talk to me, and then I'll answer any questions you have that come up. So I got everything out, and as best I could, remembered it. I really should have gone over it in my head before I actually had to try it, because I think I took my pants off too early, and she was like, well, you could wait, like, you could wait until you have, like, the needle, like, ready to go and sterilized, and then it filled up. I gotta say the hardest part of the whole process was actually filling up the syringe, because it's such a tiny bottle and such a small amount of liquid, and it's so thick, and it's such a tiny amount that I have to, like, pull out of it. And you gotta keep the needle, like, because the bottle's upside down, so all the liquid is at the bottom, so you gotta, like, make sure the needle doesn't go past it, or else air gets inside of the tube, which you can push out, but then you can't push out so much that you don't have 0.25, which is my dose of a milliliter. And you might have to pull some back in, and it's hard because it's like a thick liquid, and there's suction happening inside of the bottle. But eventually that was settled, and she taught me, like, how to recap it, how you don't take the needle cap and the needle and cover it. You actually set it down, and you take the needle and just scoop it into it and set it, so that you do not have to risk stabbing yourself. I was the most concerned about having to actually put the needle into my leg, as that's something even people who are okay with needles like me would be a little worried about having to do. When I uncapped that needle to load the syringe, I looked at it and I was like, I've got nothing to worry about. This thing is so sharp that I could just, like, point it and just drop it, and the weight of it would just go into my leg. Like, it is so sharp. Even though it's a thick needle, like, I don't have to worry at all. And in fact, it was so sharp I didn't even feel it. I sanitized my injection site, pulled it over. I asked her, do I hold it like a pencil? Do I hold it like I'm ready to put it in? She goes, hold it like you're ready to just plunge it in. And you barely need any pressure. It just stuck into my leg. I think I pushed it in further after that because I was trying to push down on the end of the plunger, but it was in there for sure, as deep as it needed to be, because it needed to be at least 1/4 of an inch in to get to my muscle. It was certainly well past that. And then I pulled it out, and I put the Band-Aid on, and then it felt sore. So it really didn't hurt until afterwards, and it's still a little sore today. Like, I feel it, it's on my right leg, and I use that leg to drive. So sometimes I felt it twinge just a little bit, or if I ever, like, bump it against something, it's a little sore. And then I packed everything up. The needle gets, and the syringe gets discarded right into a sharps container, which they will give me next time, because the nurse wants to see me one more time to watch me do it, because I was pretty nervous, and I was honestly, like, really excited, just to make sure I really know what I'm doing, and plus I will have the right syringes, by that point. They're at the pharmacy, I think, ready for me to pick up, like, now. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. That'll have the right measurements on it, so I can actually see where 0.25 of a milliliter is. As to any of changes that I've noticed, still same as, like, week 1's update, nothing besides my period is lingering, some spotting happening, which would be normal for me for a normal period. Like I said, it caused mine to come few days early, quite a few days early, I believe a week and a half early. It's still, like, hanging around. It's not so heavy that I need to use any protection for it, but it is still there, and that's just something I've noticed. Externally, the people that I've told about this new thing that I'm doing about starting hormones have commented that I've looked more masculine to them, although I believe that's just like a confirmation bias. I think it's just them in their heads now rethinking me the more I remind them about this treatment, this therapy, this course of hormones I'm on, that I'm now suddenly in their head being processed as more masculine that way. It is, though, quite pleasing that they think that there's a significant enough change, but I think it's all up there for them right now. I got really excited today because my voice cracked, and I got really hopeful that maybe my voice was changing, but like it's certainly too soon for vocal cords to be thickening. And like I said, I'm on a very, very small dose. So yeah, that's the update for 2 weeks. I'm still just a little baby starting out on this treatment. I will keep you updated, I guess, as best as I can. Try to do everything, I don't know, at least once a week, once every 2 weeks. We'll see. Talk to you later.